All right, video number 7. Starting with problem 27, use the tile pattern to answer the question below. So let's kind of see what this is asking us for here. So draw figure 4. So we want to see how each one is growing. So remember, the x is going to be the figure number, and the y is how many is in each one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 in this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in this one. So you can see it's just adding 2 every time. So this one will have 13, and it's just going to add 2 up here on top. So we're going to have, I was going to try to match the colors, but it doesn't really matter. So we'll just go, this is the same as figure 3, and then it's going to add 2 on top, so it's going to end up looking like this. Right, so I'm just doing color coded so you can see where they go. Okay, explain the tile pattern and how it's connected to the number in the table. So right, it grows by 2 tiles each figure. So we saw figure 1 had 7, and then 2 had 9, and then 11, and then 13. Those are the ones we already did. Well, from there, I think we can figure out that down here we're going to have 15, and up here we're going to have 5. So if it asked me to write an equation for what happened right there, we're going to have y equals, right, my change in y is 2, and my change in x is 1. So my slope is 2 over 1, x plus the y-intercept is 5. Right, the number when the x was 0. So I had to work backwards on that one. All right, 28. Given the list of equations, identify a pair that would form the following parallel lines. So I haven't even looked at these equations yet, but I know parallel lines are going to have the same slope. So I'm going to look for 2 that have the same slope. So let's actually write what the slopes are right here. So for this one, the slope is positive 2. For this one, the slope is negative 2. For this one, the slope is positive 1/2. For this one, the slope is negative 1/2. And for this one, the slope is 2. So same slope. Well, I don't know how I was trying to think of a clever way to identify it, but if I just look at these 2 right here, they're the same. So that means that A and E are parallel lines. Doesn't matter what the y-intercepts are. If it has the same slope, they're parallel. All right, perpendicular lines, that means they're going to have opposite reciprocal slopes. So now I'm going to look over here. One's going to be positive, one's going to be negative, and they're going to be flipped from each other. Right? So remember, if I just have a number like 2, that really is 2 over 1. Right? 2 over 1, 2 over 1. So I can see I have 2 and I have 1/2. So 2 and a half are going to be reciprocals, and I got to find ones that are perpendicular. So if I look here, positive 2 and negative 1/2, right? Those are opposite signs and reciprocals. So I know A and D and actually I'll do them, well, that's just one, that's one pair, right? I could look here, this line E also has a slope of 2, so E and D. Let's do it. Or E and D, right? Or actually, right? That's -2 and +1/2, B and C. So there's 3 different combinations that would all be perpendicular with each other there. So as long as we know how to find them, right? So this is a good example of a multiple choice type question for this concept. All right, 28, 29. Show your work to find an equation for each line. So a line with a slope of 5 that goes through the point 3, 13. So here we have to solve for the b, right? So we know y equals mx plus b. The y is 13 that we're using. The m is 5. The x is 3. And we're trying to find the b. So 13 equals 15 plus b. Subtract 15 from both sides, and the b is 2. Right, so that means my final equation would be y equals, the slope was given to us, and we solved for the b. All right, same thing here. A line through the, oh, no, it's a little bit different. So here we have to solve, find the equation of a line that goes through these 2 points. So really we're going to do the same thing we did above, but we have one step prior. So we have to make a table. And we're going to have the point 3, 5, and I'm going to have the point -1, 17. And I need to find the slope. So, right, my change in y from 5 to 17 is +12. And my change in x from 3 to -1 goes down 4. That means my slope, right, is 12 over -4 or -3. So I have to do that first, find the slope. And now I'm going to do what I did up above. So I know y equals mx plus b. And I could pick either one of these points. I'm going to pick this one because it has nice, small, positive numbers. So y is 5. The slope is -3. The x is 3 plus b. So 5 equals -9 plus b. All right, add 9 to both sides to get, and 14 equals b. All right, so I solved for the m and I solved for the b. So I know y equals -3x plus 14. All right, so here we're going to kind of, oh no, there's another section. All right, so a parallel line. So these are, again, very similar to the ones up above. So if I have a parallel line, I know that the slope is going to be the same. So I have a line given to me, y equals 2x plus 1, and I want a line parallel to that one that goes through this point. So it's giving me some point with an x and a y coordinate, and I know if the line is parallel, the slope's going to be the same. So I'm going to borrow the slope, use the x and the y that are given to me, and I have to solve for the b, right? That's what I don't know. So I'm going to plug them into my equation. So y equals mx plus b. Y is -3. I don't know what happened to my pen. Stopped working. No. Oh, there it goes. So y is negative. Oh, can I work over there? Can I work with my finger? Well, -3 equals, it's going to be ugly with my finger, so. Well, we'll pause the video, we'll come back and we'll finish it here.